What is good? What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Pick Six channel. Oh man, we have an interesting matchup here with the Steelers and the Seahawks. I don't really know what to expect out of this game. Offense looked good last week for the Steelers. Offense for the Seahawks did not look good against the Niners. I'm not sure where these two teams sit yet, man. Like I want to be optimistic about the Steelers. I really do. But we're going off of one game, and I'm saying that because it's a very, very new team. Okay, offensively and defensively on both sides of the ball. You have very new faces for this season compared to last season. And that's why I'm not like jumping the gun on anything yet. All right, it's only one game. So I tell you guys, like my shirt. Huh? Tech Mobile, huh? I like it. I don't know how I look in yellow, but I don't know how I feel about that, but I like the shirt. Let's get the scoreboard up here. Let's see. 3. Go. All right, let's see how that looks. We usually go that. All right. So the game should be starting pretty soon, man. We'll see. Marquee matchups this week. I mean, the biggest one is the Super Bowl rematch. I do that in quotations because when they say that, when it's not in the Super Bowl, I don't really put too much on it, But that should be a good matchup. I have the Eagles winning that game. All right. I just think the Eagles are one of the most well-rounded teams in the NFL. Not sure how the freaking Chiefs are. I don't know. I mean, they're good. Don't get me wrong. They're good. They lost to the Chargers last week. I just don't know if they have that same fire that they did in the past few seasons. I mean, because when you're consistently winning and winning and winning, maybe the fire kind of lets out at some point when you're winning that much, that consistently. That's what happens to some teams, man. They lose that hunger. I'm not saying that happened with the Chiefs, but I don't know. Maybe they don't have that extra edge that other teams have because they haven't been winning, if that makes sense. But yeah, Mark Sanchez on the call. He had some games at Heinz Field, man. The AFC Championship game in 2010 or 2011. I actually kind of like him as a commentator. I think he's pretty good. Him and Greg Olson, I know they're on different teams, but they do pretty good, man. They're one of the better commentators on Fox. I don't know. I don't really like when the Steelers play on Fox. I don't know what it is. I guess because AFC is more CBS, so I don't know. But here we go. See who gets the ball first. I kind of hope the Steelers get the ball first just to see that offense again, man. 81 degrees over there. That's some pretty good weather. Winds 4 miles per hour. Towels waving. Home opener. Looks like a really nice day. You don't even see a single cloud over there at all. Wow, nothing but blue skies. Chris Boswell's going to kick it off, which means Seattle gets the ball first. Now, the kickoff rules are a little bit different compared to last season. They made like very minor changes. And the kick is away, and this game is underway. And it should be returnable from inside the 5. He's going to take it to the outside. He's got some room. He's got some space. And he's able to get down at about the 35. Okay, not terrible field position for Sam Darnold and the Seahawks. Let's see if this thing could update. Maybe it might take some time. I'm more of a traditionalist when it comes to the kickoffs, so I had no problem with the I'd even say I was okay with what they had from the touchbacks going from the 20. I actually like that more compared to what we have now. It's a touchback. It's free yards, so you don't want to give too many yards for free. It's a pitch play, and it's maybe a yard at best. How's it? Pitch play to Walker. All right, Sam Darnold, second start as a Seattle Seahawk. He's had a really up and down career, both in college and in the NFL. You know, things have been really up and down for him. Had probably his best year in the NFL last season. 2nd and 9 with the Vikings. Cooper Kupp in motion. He moves to the left. Takes a snap. Looks Kupp's way. Throws Kupp's way. And it's caught for a short gain. Yeah, Jalen Ramsey on the tackle right there. That's going to create about 3rd and medium. Tell you, man, I don't know. I really don't know what to expect from this Seattle team. I think they'll be about middle of the pack this season. I could be wrong, though. All right, so you got 3rd and 6. Darnold in shotgun. He's by himself in the backfield. Steelers look like they're going to bring some pressure. They show pressure. They bring the pressure. Darnold needs to get it out in time. He does. Middle of the field for a first down. Oh, he lost the ball, but he was already down. He lost possession, but he was already down on the ground. That's going to be a Seattle Seahawks first down. Now, Joey Porter Jr. is not going to be in this game, so that's a big hit for the Steelers secondary. He's one of the better cornerbacks on the team. Some would even say he's the best cornerback on the team. Now, that ball just popped out of his hand when he hit the ground. That was weird. Handoff play. Kenneth Walker has space. He's running through the defense, and that's another first down for Seattle. Now, this is something that the Steelers have been struggling with, and that's protecting the run. They haven't been able to do that. And that was a problem for the Steelers defense again on that play. The last 2 games that the Steelers played, they played Derrick Henry and the Ravens. They lit up a whole bunch of rushing yards. Same thing last week with the Jersey Jets. Walker in the backfield once again. And in motion, they give it back to Walker. He tries to cut back on the inside, and he's stuffed. Gets right back to the line of scrimmage, but nothing more. Alex Highsmith on the tackle, along with a couple other Steelers right there. It's going to be 2nd and 8. You know, I'll admit I hate it on the scorebook. I don't hate it right now. I don't know what it is. Pitch play. And it is nowhere again. All right. Patrick Queen on the stop that time. All right. Rush defense for those past 2 plays did pretty good. It was Alex Highsmith on the first play, then Patrick Queen on the second. That's what a lot of people are hoping for Patrick Queen, man, to take that step up compared to last season because, I mean, when he was with Baltimore, he was one of the best at his position. 3rd and 10 for Sammy D and Seattle. They're inside Steeler territory. Right outside the 30. He takes a snap, throws it complete to his receiver for the first down, bounces off of a tackle, and he is finally down at around the 20. Not exactly sure where they'll mark him. It was close to the 20, though. Seattle with a very balanced play calling, you know. They're running the ball. They're throwing the ball. It seems about pretty balanced. They're not really leaning towards one more right now. And Jackson had a really good game last week. Play action. Darnold throws it down the field wide open for a touchdown. Wow. Good drive for Seattle. Torrey Horton on the touchdown play. And Seattle scores the first points of the game. Damn, that was a really good drive, man. Now, the Steelers did have them at 3rd and 10 at some point. And he took a hit, too, by Patrick Queen. That was just a floater. Extra point is up, and it is good. Seattle up 7-0. There's 10:29 left in the first quarter. And I'm telling you, man, I do not like the way this defense is looking. I don't. Now, people are saying that maybe it's Terrell Austin, the defensive coordinator, that's a problem. People have been saying that for a while, man. It's like the schemes and stuff. They don't like the schemes that Austin is putting out there. I mean, they have a talented defense, man. They really do. So I'm not gonna exactly say what the problem is. All I'm gonna say is that they do have a talented defense. And that they're underperforming. Let's see what's going on with the rest of these while it's on commercial break. You got the Rams and Titans in Nashville. You got Buffalo against New Jersey in Jersey. Oh, the Jets with all green, huh? Honestly, no surprise that the Bills are already on the other side of the field. I don't think that game's going to be very good unless the Jets offense could try to keep up with the Bills offense. That game's not going to be very good. I mean, the Jets offense played really well last week, but can they continue that? I don't know. They have promise, man. They really do. They have enough weapons. They have a good rushing attack. Well, that's really what that game's going to come down to. As far as the Rams and Titans, I mean, I think everybody thinks that the Rams are going to win that one. Unless an upset happens. I mean, it is Cam Ward's first game in Nashville as a Tennessee Titan. I can't believe how quick that drive was, man. It was just like that. I don't even know what's on the other game of the multi-view. It's been on commercial the entire time. Oh, the Niners and the Saints. I couldn't even tell. That game was literally on commercial. That was their first opening drive touchdown since 2023. Kickoff, and is returned right at the 1. Takes it past the 20, and he is stuffed at around the 23, maybe 24-yard line. And that brings out Aaron Rodgers. His first start as a Steeler at Heinz Field. .507 career touchdown passes, on 5th all time. He might surpass Brett Favre in this game. He's 1 touchdown away from tying, 2 from breaking. Drops back, screen to Warren. He's turning up the field, gets past the defender, and he gets the first down. Good play by Jaylen Warren. And that moves the sticks on the first play. Jaylen Warren does have that speed. All right. He does have that game-changing speed. They just weren't able to show it on the rush attack last week. Rodgers in shotgun once again. Austin in motion. It's going to be a handoff play to Warren. Spins for a short gain. Maybe about 3. The Seahawks offense was pretty successful last week against the Niners, even in a loss. They actually played a pretty solid game. I think they're able to get, what, two picks off of Purdy? 2nd and 6. Rodgers looks like he might see something. Handoff play to Gainwell, who is stuffed. Just nowhere to go. Man, he got the ball, took a step, and that was it. He was already tackled pretty much. All right, we got 3rd and 6 from the Pittsburgh 40. Rodgers drops back, gets pressured, scrambles out. Flag is thrown. He throws a deep ball to Pat Freiermuth, and he couldn't hang on to the ball. There was a marker. I have a feeling that was holding, though, so it might not even matter. Oh, it's holding on defense. Okay. All right. Since he had a lot of time, I thought it was going to be holding on the offense, but okay. Man, he tried to pull down Calvin. All right. Automatic first down. That's cool. All right, Rodgers alone in the backfield. We got 2 receivers set on each side. Rodgers looking, pressured once again. He's scrambling out, throws the ball to Pat Freiermuth, middle of the field for a gain of about 7. Showing off them wheels, Rodgers. Showing off them wheels. Huh? He's been having to move around. 2nd and 3. Warren in the backfield. Austin in motion. He's now set. Austin in motion once again. Handoff play. Warren tries to break free. Just could not. Might have gotten a yard. If we're being generous. Okay, they will give him a yard. It's going to be 3rd and 2. I don't know what it is, man. Rodgers' helmet, too, just looks very, I don't know, kind of old school in a way. Can't really explain it. Roman Wilson in motion. He moves to the left side. Now he moves back to the right. Rodgers handoff play to Warren, and he's able to break free for the first down. And he's down inside the Seattle 40. This offense. Hey, man, are we going to go back to the Killer B era where the Steelers defense isn't all that great, but the offense is putting up points? Are we going back to that? Because with that, at least I can say the games are entertaining. At the very least. All right? I'll say that's a good thing. Handoff play Gainwell. That's stuff once again. Rushing attack has been very bipolar. Yeah, man, that might create some exciting games. All right, but when the defense isn't there, I mean, that's not good. All right, 2nd and 9. Rodgers drops back, throws it, quick pass to Warren. He hurdles over him, man. For a pretty solid gain. That's still going to be 3rd and short. But he was showing that elusive athletic ability right there. And by the way, it's not like Warren's a tall guy. I think he's only 5'8". So the fact that he's able to do that, man, that's pretty impressive. He's not a tall guy. Rodgers on 3rd and 2. Has to scramble, throws it, just couldn't find Gainwell right there. All right, now decision time. Early in the game, 4th and 2, looks like they're just going to go out and kick the field goal. Now, I wouldn't have hated the call if they would have gone for it right here. I wouldn't have. Down by 7. Especially with the way the defense has been looking the past 2 weeks. Just saying. 48-yard attempt from Chris Boswell, who is 2 for 2 on the season. This is his first field goal inside a 50-yard snap. Not all that great, but the kick is up, and that is good. Chris Boswell so far 3 for 3 in field goal attempts. All right, we got 7-3. Both offenses putting up points their first drive. And you think about it. That was his first kick inside of 55 yards. I know I said 55 yards because his first kick was 56. His second was 60 yards. Damn, he's had to make some long field goals, man. And in week 1, it was in an outdoor stadium. It's not like it was at the Caesar Superdome or Vegas Stadium or anything like that. No, it was outside. So he had to face some sort of elements, man. I'm not sure how that game with the Saints and Niners is going to go. I don't think it's going to be a slugfest. I expect the Niners to win that game. Maybe like 13-10. All right, Buffalo's up 7-0 against the Jets right now, although the Jets are going to get the ball back for the kickoff. What is Sunday Night Football tonight? I don't even know. I haven't. Let's see. Oh, damn. Bears and Lions is already 7-7. See, that might actually be a good game because Ben Johnson, he used to coach with the Lions last season. So that might actually be a pretty close game. Okay, I'm trying. Oh, Sunday Night Football is the Falcons and Vikings. Okay. Is it week 3 where Sunday Night Football is the Giants and Chiefs or something? Oh, yeah. Hey, man, we have Giants, Chiefs, Sunday Night Football next week. Just so you guys know what's going on here. Oh, come on. All right, on the kickoff, they were able to bring it back to the 29-yard line. I wasn't able to see the kickoff because TV was buffering because I was at a multi-view there. But, all right. Let's see if Sammy D could continue to ride on that momentum that they had in that first drive. Very good drive on both passing and rushing. Darnold, play action. Has some time, throws it down the field, and it's intercepted by Jalen Ramsey. His first pick as a Pittsburgh Steeler. Nice. Let's go, man. That is the first defensive turnover of the season. And it comes from the vet, Jalen Ramsey. All right. And he was looking for Cooper Kupp there. Familiar foes in Cooper Kupp and Jalen Ramsey. They used to be teammates. Back when they both played for the Rams. All right. There we go. That's something we saw something from the defense. Now offense is going to have good field position. Let's see if they can capitalize there. Dang, Devontae Adams has a Taco Bell in the locker room, huh? All right, let's see what's going on, man. I guess I'll do it through here just so it's not buffering. All right. San Francisco and New Orleans is still not up at 0-0. I don't think that's that much of a surprise. Okay, you know what? This is going to be a couple of big weeks for Mac Jones because they said that he might be out for a few weeks. Or they say Purdy might be out for a few weeks. All right. So this is Mac Jones' chance to reprove himself. The Rams up 7-0 against Tennessee. And they have the ball. Oh, no, they're going to punt the ball away back to the Titans. Mac Jones is just sacked. Dang, man. You know, I will even say the game of the week might actually be the Lions and Bears. It's just the particular matchup. It's not even that, I think it's just the way the teams match up against each other. And the fact that Ben Johnson is very familiar with Coach Campbell. All right, Steelers start their drive at the Seattle 44. Handoff play to Warren. Warren able to turn up the field, able to stay on his feet and get about 9 on the play. After one play already in Boswell range. So that's good. Oh, that was his 25th career interception from Ramsey, huh? All right, 2nd and 1. Steelers are in shotgun formation. Frymouth in motion. Gives it Warren outside handoff, and he's able to get the first down. Still trying to fight for extra yards. And he's able to get of the first down and some change. I wonder if they're going to be switching out like they did last week with Gainwell and Warren. So far, they haven't done that. It seemed like last week they were putting in Gainwell a lot. Darnell Washington in there on this play. Johnson in the backfield. He fakes the pitch, throws it middle of the field for Freiermuth, and it is incomplete. So we're trying to look for a holding call or PI call, but they didn't get one. Let's see if there was contact. Might have been holding. There might have been holding. Okay, Johnson stays in the backfield. Handoff play to Johnson. Inside handoff, and he gets maybe 2. Damn. All right, it's going to be 3rd and 9. This is not a good look after having that good field position. It's a little extracurricular activity that happened with Scotty Miller. Rodgers with the hard count. Now drops back. Pressure comes, throws it, incomplete. There was contact when he was throwing the ball. And that's not what you want to do, man, when you have a short field. And this is the concern. If the offensive line can continuously protect Rodgers. 48-yard attempt from Boswell this time. Snap is better this time around, and it is right down the middle. So we got a 7-6 game with 2:13 left in the first quarter. Steelers couldn't capitalize after that turnover. Let's see, man. Hey, when's the first game that's not in North America or the Americas? Let's see. It's not gonna tell me. Come on. I really had to go through a website. It just couldn't tell me on the search browser. Okay. Oh, okay. So the international thing, well, technically it started last week with the Chiefs and Chargers, but then week 4 is the first one in uh, Ireland. Then the London series with the Browns and the Vikings. Then they got the Broncos and Jets. And they have a lot of international games this year. They have one in Berlin. Okay, they're not just doing London this year. That's interesting. Huh. I don't blame the NFL for trying to expand because, I mean, it's not necessarily a global sport. It's really only popular in America, and I guess you could say Canada too. That'd probably be the only other place that's that football is popular, I guess. I'm only saying that because they have the Canadian Football League. That's just what it is sometimes, man. Man, the amount of games that the Steelers would have lost if Boswell either was it the kicker or was it on his A game, man. Wow. The amount of games that the Steelers would have lost. It is crazy. And for those of you who don't know, he was unanimously the Steelers MVP last year. Our kickoff, and he's done at the 30. At least that's what Pick 6 picked him as the MVP up for the Steelers last season. Unanimously. There was no debate. All right, Sam Darnold so far, 4 for 5, 51 yards, 1 touchdown and an interception. Of course, that interception coming off of his last throw. All right, defense was able to step up last drive. Let's see what they could do here. Darnold hands the ball off, and there's nowhere to go for Walker. Tackled by Patrick Queen. Okay. by far my main concern for the defense, and I do have concern just for the defense in general, but by far my main concern is the rush defense. That is by far my main concern. Got on his shotgun. Shots back. Throws it complete to his tight end for a first down, and he's still up down near the 50. I'm sorry, that was Cooper Kupp. It's weird seeing Cooper Kupp in a Seahawks jersey. Especially when he was with the Rams for so many years. And he was the guy when he was with the Rams. He was the receiver. Fakes the pitch. Darnold throws it. Complete. And he's turning up the field. And he's finally out of bounds at around the 30. Wow. Short pass for a big gain. There was just nobody on that side of the field. Oh, that was easy money, man. Easy money. It actually was just a good play. Seattle moving the ball once again. They switch up the play at the line. Darnold drops back. Flag is thrown. And it's incomplete. Intended receiver Cooper Kupp. Let's see what the flag's on. Yeah, Ramsey clapping. Might be on offense then. Let's see. All right. That was on offense. So it's going to move them back. So first and 15. I think they accepted it just to push them away from field goal range. If it was any other situation, I don't think they would have taken that penalty. Donald a bit of a delay handoff, and he is stuffed. He might have gotten a yard at the very most, but there was nowhere to go. I don't like it that much either. I like the way the Steelers logo looks on the scoreboard, on the scorebook, though. Just the actual logo. I like that look. The logo itself looks sharp. Honestly, I don't think anybody does it better than ESPN or NBC. I think NBC consistently has one of the better ones. CBS used to be like top tier when it came to those, but I don't know. They kind of fell off. But at NBC always just looks like such a classic. It just has that classic look. I don't really know how to explain it. People say that it's not a big deal. It's just the aesthetic, you know. And you have to look at it the entire game too. It's not like it's like it pops in and out. You have to look at the scoreboard the entire game. All right, the Rams still up 7-0 over the Titans, but the Rams are starting to move the ball on the Titans side of the field. They might get more points over there. We got the Browns and the Ravens going on. Okay, 3-0 Baltimore. Ravens have the ball deep inside their own territory. First quarter running out of time. Hey, you know what? The Browns didn't look that bad last week. I know a lot of people were saying that they're going to be absolutely terrible. I don't think they're going to be that good. Terrible, maybe, but I don't think they're going to be good. However, they look pretty good against the Bengals. They actually should have won that game. If you didn't watch that game, they should have won that game. Their kicker missed I don't know, it was like a 40-yard field goal or something that would have given them the lead. Donald screen pass, tries to break to the outside, not much there, is able to get a short gain. And that's going to result in a 3rd and long. All right, 3rd and 12. Every single game, the Steelers have the Mexico flag and one of those, I don't know what you call it, balconies, I guess. Donald drops back, throws it complete middle of the field. He's short. He's just short of the first. It was hauled in by Horton. He was hit pretty good, but I believe he was short. Not by much, though. It might be 4th and 1, maybe 4th and inches. Damn, the fact that he was able to hold on to that ball was pretty impressive. It was going to be 4th and 1. Looks like they're going to go for it. They're going to try to sneak, and he gets it. 2nd effort. Wow. Did they do a quarterback sneak with the tight end? That is good. A QB sneak with a tight end. They're using their brain there. That's a good play call, man. I'm surprised a lot of teams don't use that. Actually, that's a pretty good call. Man in motion, drops back, throws it, complete. No, he bobbled it incomplete. Incomplete. He could not hang on to it. Jalen Ramsey on the hit to break it up. He had full possession. It's not like he was bobbling it and then Ramsey hit him. He had that full possession and then boom, just popped out. Seattle in the red zone on 2nd and 10. Handoff play. Walker fights for about 2. All right, Lions and Bears trading blows so far. It's still early, but 14-7. Third and 8 from the 18. Darnold looks left. He's scrambling, still looking left. Throws it, floater, out of bounds, incomplete, just throwing the ball away. Nothing there. He didn't really have time to look through his progressions, man. He was only looking one way. The only reason why he couldn't look through his progressions was because, he had a scramble to the left. Yeah, he was pretty much forced to scramble that way, so. Huh? He protected the ball. He didn't do anything too bad, and you're in field goal range. 36-yarder for Myers. Snap, good. Kick is no good. He missed it. It doinked off the upright. Wow. That is that weird Steelers football, man. That is that weird Steelers football. You don't understand it, but that's just the way it is. That's the Steeler way sometimes. I don't know. Hey man, the Steelers get some crazy luck sometimes in these games. That wasn't that far of a field goal. All right, Niners up 6-0. They scored a touchdown, but their newly acquired kicker Pinero missed the extra point in a dome. The Niners have been having trouble with their kicker situation for a few years, actually. They had Jake Moody. Man, he just wasn't consistent like at all, and it was seemed like it was starting to get worse. I don't know. Maybe he just lost confidence at some point. He did sign with the Bears this week, though, so we'll see. Maybe he's able to turn around with the Bears. I don't know. I wonder how crazy those Dublin fans are gonna be. I'm not really even sure how the Steelers got the fan base out there, but they're big out there. I can't believe they're giving the Giants a prime time game next week. I can't believe it. The Giants last week they just were not it, man. They did play the Commanders, but wow, they looks like they're gonna have a rough season. Rodgers in shotgun drops back, throws it to DK, who's not able to haul it in. That was a casual pass. DK's timing just wasn't right with the throw. Because when the ball came, his hands were like that. His hands were like closed. So second hit after the drop, that was the first time they looked to DK's way. Calvin Austin moves to the left side. Handoff play Warren was a draw play. Short gain. Now we're going to bring, what, 3rd and 7-ish? Let's see what they've put up right here. I actually haven't hated Arthur Smith's play calling. Warren in motion. Rodgers looks. Pocket starting to collapse. He tries to get out of it, but he couldn't, and he gets sacked. Damn. It's the second time they've gotten to Rodgers in this game. Let's see the receivers, see if they're able to break open. Wilson was able to break open a little bit, but it took some time. So the guys put deep into their own area. It's actually a really good punt, a booming punt at that. Return from about the 25. Has a little bit of space, breaks a tackle, and that might have actually lost him about a yard. The fact that he was able to break that. All right, good, really good punt with a decent return. I don't have my phone charger right here. Yeah. All right, maybe the offensive spark so far has kind of hit a roadblock. I mean, they do have 6 points, but you got to remember the last field goal they scored was off of a short field. So they really look good for one drive so far. Not that they have had like that much to go off of, but still. Seattle should have more points than they actually do. That's for sure. Their offense has been looking really well, except that field goal, that missed field goal, and the interception by Darnold. Other than that, that offense is moving pretty well. Steelers are able to stop the run here and there, so that's some progress. We're making some progress. You know, there's rumors that Tyreek Hill might get traded to the Steelers. Maybe they could use another receiver. Maybe the Steelers could use another receiver. I don't know, man. I was kind of hoping they would have gotten a wide receiver 2 at some point during the offseason after they traded George Pickens. I was kind of hoping, hey, maybe they could get somebody else, even if it's just another veteran. But they didn't really do that. They have high hopes for Roman Wilson, but I mean, so far, he hasn't really gotten many targets. I didn't realize on their second drive, it was the first play that was the interception. Okay. They start their drive from the 30. 10:35 left in the second quarter. Pitch play, hurdles, and gets about 9. Okay. That was Walker on the run. You see Alex Highsmith's out? Dang. That's not good. Okay, so Jack Sawyer's in the game, and so is Nick Herbig. Although I will say Nick Herbig is a good backup. He is a really good backup. And I'll play once again. Oh, he's able to break that tackle and get the first down. It was almost like the Steelers tried to clothesline him, but it didn't work. PJ Walker was able to he wasn't able to dodge it, but he was able to get past it. So far, Darnold 8 for 11, 105 yards. Walker in the backfield once again. Play action. Herbig brings pressure, and he gets sacked by Wilson. Nice. Let's go, man. Now, there was pressure coming from multiple sides right there. And then it opens up in the middle. So it was closing on the edges, and then it opened up in the middle for Wilson to get that sack. That was an 8-yard loss. That now pushes Darnold back to shotgun formation. Has it, looks, short pass, and he's not able to really get anywhere after the reception. That's going to be a limited gain. They'll save a 4, and that's going to bring 3rd and 14. And Smith was trying. He was trying to get somewhere. There was just too many defenders in front of him. All right, you got to get on 3rd and 14. You got to get the stop. Come on, man. Come on, defense. Darnold not facing that much pressure. Then pressure comes. He throws out to PJ Walker. He started the field. He might get the first down. No, he's just short of about a yard. Wow, he was able to get some yards out of that play though. And that was like a last resort for Darnold. It's not like he was looking his way. No, he just had to throw to the check down. That was his last resort, and that almost got the first down. Okay, on 4th and 2, they're going to punt the ball around midfield. Okay, they're playing it safe. Punt at fair catch is called for and secured by Calvin Austin. Looks like at around the 15-yard line. I just dropped my football. Not a bad punt, man. Actually, a really good punt. Not a bad game so far. Not as exciting as last week, but all in all, both these teams kind of match each other. Hopefully the Steelers offense could, get down the field. I don't know. Receivers haven't been able to get much separation so far, and Rodgers hasn't had that much time to throw the ball either. I mean, not a good recipe when both those things are happening. They had a good first drive, though. All right, Tennessee was able to get on the board. They're now down 10-3. Let's see what else is going on. All right, Baltimore 10-0 against the Browns. Although the Browns are in Baltimore territory. How about that? Joe Flacco with a bit of a homecoming game. I wonder if they did something for Flacco. I mean, he did win a Super Bowl for the Ravens after all. He had an insane run. When you think about it, he beat, I forgot who they beat in the first round, but he beat Peyton Manning and Tom Brady to get to the Super Bowl. That in of itself is pretty crazy. And then they won the Super Bowl. I mean, that was, I don't know. People say kind of critique Joe Flacco's career, but just that one season where he was able to do that, that's impressive, man. He was able to beat two of the greatest quarterbacks head to head, back to back weeks. They did like an AI thing right now with Aaron Rodgers, and the Steelers logo wasn't right. All right, one in the backfield. It's a pitch play. Nothing much there. Rodgers so far 3 for 7 for 26 yards. And we are more than halfway through the second quarter. Calvin Austin moving around. Fakes that handoff. Rodgers rolls, looks, throws. DK drops another one. Just not able to hang on to it. He was hit as he was trying to catch it. It wasn't a big hit, but it looked like it might have just got him off balance a little bit. Dang. That was actually good defense. The Seahawks defender was able to get that. That was good defense. You can't necessarily put that on DK because the defender got his hand like right there. Literally as soon as he had the ball right there. Rodgers has some time, throws it down the field, tipped up, incomplete. Wow, that was deflected, and it went pretty far after that deflection. Credit to Roman Wilson for continuing the play, because that could have been an interception, very much so, after that deflection. But Roman Wilson was able to get into the mix so that, Roman Wilson was playing pretty much defender at that point. All right. Well, another punt for the Steelers for Waitman. And I got to tell you, it's another really good punt. Gets it to about the 30, although it's a good return, and he's tackled just right around midfield. So even though he had a really good punt, Seahawks are still going to be in a really good field position. He was punting from like his own 1 yard line. He was able to get to the 30. That's some pretty good stuff right there. He's been having to show off the leg so far in this game. The Steelers get in the end zone before halftime. Hey man, it doesn't even look like they're gonna get a field goal before halftime, man. It's looking rough out here. Darnold rolls out after the play action, throws it complete, and he goes out of bounds for a first down, Seattle. To Smith. Man, this offense ain't looking all that good. They can't even get a first down. But you know what? I won't even say I can't completely put it on the offense because that Seattle defense is making plays. They really are. So I can't necessarily say it's bad Steelers offense. It might actually be good Seattle defense for another run for a solid gain. It's going to bring up around 2nd and 5. Those are the type of runs you want on first down. Because now you got 2nd and manageable. And ideally you get another decent game for about 3rd and short. Charbonnet in the backfield once again. Pitch play to Charbonnet. Tries to come back to the inside, able to stiff arm a man, and he's down about a yard behind the line of scrimmage. Ran into a wall of Steelers. I'll say he lost 2 on the play. That's going to create 3rd and 7 for Seattle. They are flirting with field goal range. They might be in field goal range. I'm not sure how big of a leg Myers has, but they're not too far off. Although he did miss one earlier in this game. They're at the 35. They just give it to Charbonnet, and he looks like he's about a yard or so short. They try to surprise him with the run, and they did look surprised defensively for the most part. But they were still able to get the stop. Let's see what Seattle decides to do. They might be a little bit more aggressive after Myers missed that field goal in this situation. Because when he missed it, it's not like it was a long field goal. It was only like a 38-yard field goal. It was a little bit at an angle. It was like at the right hash, but it was still very much a chip shot. I didn't pay attention whether or not the laces were in, though. I didn't see that much. Man, I do like this shirt, man. It's like pixelated. Even like the helmet is pixelated. It looks pretty cool. I guess that's just the theme we're going for this week. I don't know. I guess we're going 80-ish themes. I did it with the thumbnail too with the Tecmo Bowl logos. I think it looks pretty cool, man. Okay, they're talking over for this 4th down. Darnold talking to the ref a lot. Okay, I expect Seattle to bring out a heavy set. They did have a play earlier where it was a quarterback sneak that they used a tight end as a quarterback. I wouldn't be surprised if they come out with that once again, because that seems like a play that's very effective. If they decide to do that once again, I wouldn't be too surprised. So let's see what they do. Okay, they have Charbonnet in the backfield. And they do go for it. It's a play action bootleg. Tipped up in the air. Intercepted. Nick Herbig. Oh, he might have a lane. He stiff arms the man, and he's down at the 20. Big play for the Steelers defense on a 4th and short. Nice, man. Steelers force another turnover. Now, this is the defense I was expecting, man. Defense helping each other out. Cam Hayward with the deflection, I believe. Yep, he was able to get his arm up on the deflection. Herbig with the interception. And not only that, he had a lane for a while, too. Let's go, man. All right, you got to get in the end zone now. There's no reason why you don't get in the end zone right now. You're at the 20-yard line to start your drive. Get into the end zone. I didn't realize that was his first interception. Hey, shout out to Herbig, man. I mean, that was a highlight after with the return too. I'm sorry that they have it from the 21-yard line, so right outside the red zone. Pump fake, throws it straight to the ground. Just absolutely nothing there. He looked for Gainwell first, and he tried to get it to Warren, but he wasn't even open. Now they really brought the heat on the pressure on that fourth down. Second and 10. Oh, jumped off sides. Free play for Rodgers. They're just going to throw it down the field for Metcalf for a good catch. Might have gotten the first down on a free play. He got that on the jump ball. He had to reach out for that one. I'm not sure if they gave him the first, though. Okay, they declined the penalty, so it's going to be 3rd down. They did not give him the first down. It's going to be 3rd and very short. Metcalf with his first catch of the game. He had 3 targets, though. You got Johnson in the backfield. You got one-on-one as well. Handoff play. Johnson able to just burst in for the first. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Warren. All right, we got 1st and goal now. Looks like they have 2 tight ends in on this play. They have Connor Hayward and Darnell Washington. See what they decide to do here. Hayward in motion. Handoff play. Warren able to get to inside the 5-yard line. Extra push to Sullivan right there. All right, not a bad run. Not a bad run. They're just going to let it run to the 2-minute warning. All right. So we're going to have a 2nd and goal from inside the 5 after the commercial break. Not bad. Not bad. Let's see what's going on around the rest of the NFL. All right, 9-0. The Niners over the Saints. It's deadlock 10-3, and Tennessee Rams still holding on to that lead. All right. This game seems like it's going pretty quick, man. It seems like it's going by pretty fast. I'm not sure if it's because of lack of scoring or what, but that's what it seems like. I'm surprised that the Browns are still within 10 points of the Ravens. I'm telling you, the Ravens are going to give that. Whenever the Steelers have to play the Ravens, I'm not sure when their first matchup is. Man, are they going to give them a tough matchup, man. Their run game is just elite. The Ravens' rushing attack is just. I don't think there's a team better with their running game. I mean, you have arguably top 3. Some would even say the best running back in the league, and Derrick Henry, and then mobile quarterback like Lamar Jackson. And they're just so big of a threat offensively. Wow, look at those numbers that they had last season. 27 for 56 in red zone opportunities. That's not good. That is not good red zone offense. They were 3 for 3 last week. They did just show that. They're at the 4 on 2nd down. Handoff play. Warren gets about a yard. Oh, they're still fighting. Still a little movement going on in the pile. What are they going to do? Run, pass? That's what's looking like the theme right here. Hey, Warren so far not too bad. I mean, 10 rushes for 40 yards, not necessarily breaking the stat sheet, but he's efficient enough so far in this first half, I should say. All right, 3rd and goal. Steelers offense really at risk of wasting this short field. Rodgers throws it. End zone. Caught. Touchdown, DK Metcalf. Nice. Good catch, man. And Aaron Rodgers is now tied with Brett Favre on the all-time list. That was a good catch, man. Contested ball. That's DK's first touchdown as a Steeler, too. And it just so happens to be against his former team. Straight jump ball. Literally. Oh yeah, you gotta do that when the receiver's just that much bigger than everybody else. You gotta do those jump balls. It's just that's textbook, man. All right, they're gonna go for for a 2-point try to try to make it a 7-point lead. They switched the play right at the line of scrimmage. They're 0 for 2 in 2-point conversions yet, so they haven't been able to get one so far this season. They're able to get the snap off in time, throw Darnell Washington for the deuce. All right. Good drive. I mean, it started from the 21-yard line, but it felt like those last two plays were like the best that the Steelers offense has looked since that first drive. Cool. Looking good. As long as they could get a stop in for this drive, we'll be all right because they get the ball after halftime. Damn. Buffalo up 20-3 in New Jersey already, and it's just in the first half. And they have the ball. Not only are they up 20-3, they have the ball too. So they could really start to run away with that game. They could really put a statement on there at just halftime. I mean, we're looking, they could make it to a 24-point game by the half. They still have more than enough time to do that. You know, I'm wondering, since they had the Crawford and Canelo fight last night at Allegiant Stadium, I wonder if they have to do if they have to have multiple shifts, you know, to work on that stadium, because if you watch that if you watch that fight, just the event, damn man, it was very, very high tech. From the entrance to the actual ring itself they had a big old jumbotron. It seems like it's going to take a lot of time to take down. It seemed like it took a really long time to build. So I wonder how long it's going to take for them to break everything down. Not only that, they had to get the actual field back into the stadium, which I don't know how long that takes, but probably shouldn't take that long, right? But I mean, they don't play till tomorrow, and it's not till 7:00 Pacific time. All right, kickoff is returned for at around the 5. Turn it up, then he gets hit. He fumbles the ball. Looked like he lost possession, but he was able to hold it back in. He might have been down anyway, so it probably didn't even matter. People were a little harsh on Arthur Smith and his play calling last year. I got to tell you, man, I don't have much of a problem with what he's doing so far this year. Darnold throws it to Cooper Kupp. He's turning up the field past the first down marker, and that's a gain of about 15 yards. First down, Seattle. They're in a no huddle. They have all 3 timeouts, so they could easily have used one. It was a throw to the middle of the field. I'm not sure why they didn't use one. Darnold once again throwing in the middle of the field once again, and it's incomplete. Good defense right there from Darius Slay. They just broke it up. Just straight slapped it out of his hands. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure why Seattle didn't take a timeout. They wasted so much clock. Now there's only 37 seconds left. Darnold looks right, throws right, complete again. They got to call timeout, and I believe they did. Okay, it was only a gain of 4 yards. Not really liking that time management that they had. And I find it weird that the Fox team went to Kansas City. They don't really go out that much, except for I don't know. They go to a military base, I believe, every November. But usually they're just what? Aren't their headquarters like right outside of SoFi? So 3rd and 6 for Seattle. Darnold all alone, drops back, gets pressured, able to get it out, and he throws it into no man's land. He was hit as he threw the ball as well. That's a stop for the Steelers defense. 27 seconds left. Steelers probably going to get the ball in bad field position. Just take the knee, get into the half. You get the ball and the lead at halftime. Not bad. Unless Calvin Austin runs it all the way back, which we've had seen before. Whistles blow before the ball is snapped. Are the Steelers trying to ice the punter? What's going on here? I didn't see a flag. So it was the officiating that was the problem. Oh, okay. So it was the officiating wasn't ready for a play. All right, take 2 on this punt. Doesn't look. Yeah, it bounces into the end zone. 20 seconds left. I mean, you do have all 3 timeouts. There's no need to try to force anything here. I'm usually for being aggressive at the end of the half. Just screw it. But you got the lead, man. Just take the knee and uh, roll the momentum and the lead into the half. I mean, you're gonna get the ball. But then again, Rodgers does have that arm, man. Okay, there's a good chance. I mean, Rodgers has a full half, barring anything crazy happening right now. He does have a full half to surpass Brett Favre and the all-time passing touchdown list. They're in shotgun. They're dropping back to throw, and he gets sacked for the 3rd time in this game. Yeah, they're just going to let the time run out. They tried something. There just wasn't anything there. Okay. Man, the Steelers are getting completely outplayed offensively, but they have a lead. That's a big shout out to the defense, actually. I find it cool that at Heinz Field, the Steelers locker room, you had to walk downstairs and go underground. That's pretty cool, man. I haven't paid attention to how other stadiums have it, but that's pretty unique. It looks pretty cool. But when they walk out to the field, they do walk out of the tunnel. Yeah, man, Fox is right outside of Arrowhead Stadium. I mean, I guess because it's that big of a game, I don't know. I was, like I said, I've played a lot of Madden. Okay, so I like the idea of trying to just be aggressive and score no matter what. In that situation, since you're up, there's no need, man. There's just no need. See how the Niners are doing over there in New Orleans. Hey, man, if Mac Jones can perform, that could probably revive his career potentially. Maybe a mid to later in the season because at some point maybe a team will need a quarterback. Damn, Buffalo putting it on the Jets. That's not good. Yeah, when they show highlights of a CBS game, they put courtesy of CBS to show before they show the highlights. It showed courtesy of CBS. That's nice. I'm sure they probably have to put that though. Hey, Cam Ward made one heck of a throw. Very questionable and dangerous throw when he threw that touchdown, but it was pretty good. All right, hey, the Browns are still in it. The Browns are still in it. 10-3 near halftime. Can Flacco shock the world and beat his former team? That'd be crazy, man. Yeah, we're at the halftime break. Actually, a pretty good game. Steelers defense is doing a heck of a lot better than what they were doing last week. Offensively, kind of up and down, kind of straight. Joe Burrow was injured. Oh, hey man, hopefully everything's good with him. I mean, the Bengals are gonna need Joe Burrow. Hopefully everything's good with him, man. He's able to go back into that game or something. Wow. Because if not, that's a big loss for the Cincinnati Bengals. Dang. But yeah, I offensively, honestly, I give a lot of credit to the Seahawks defense. They've been playing pretty good. Their DBs have been breaking up passes, tip drilling. Not that they were able to get any turnovers off of them, but I tip my hat to Seattle's defense so far too. And defensively, able to make them splash plays. Both defenses have actually been playing some pretty good football. Both defenses. All right, they got 9-7 in New Orleans. 32 seconds left in the second quarter. Looks like the Niners are in field goal range. Screen pass to McCaffrey, who's able to get down to the 11-yard line. They're going to try to spike the ball because they probably don't have any timeouts. I honestly can't see from here. Okay, they were able to spike the ball with 16 seconds left. So they have a shot. I mean, I'd take a shot in the end zone, and if you can't get that, just kick the field goal. Or you might even be able to take multiple shots with where you're at. Joe Burrow is one of those players, man, that he's really one of those impact players. I mean, when he's on the field, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the game. I mean, you could even say he should have won MVP last season. He had the numbers. He had the MVP numbers. But the team just wasn't there. The team wasn't doing good. Particularly the defense. Which the MVP is a player award, but they do put stock into the team as well, as far as how they're performing. That's the unfortunate part, but in ways it does kind of make sense. Although when you put up numbers like Burrow was last season, it does kind of suck. Even though it's a player award. Fields just threw an incomplete pass to his tight end, but that was just completely out of the tight end's hands. All right, Saints call timeout over there. Still 11 seconds left. Now they're trying to hopefully get into the end zone by halftime to make it a 2-possession game. But nonetheless, they should be able to at least get 3 on the drive. That's been a tough break for Spencer Rattler, man. I just having to play with the Saints right now. It's a tough task. He's a young quarterback too. He's only in his second season. Jones throws corner of the end zone, got it, touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, and they're able to extend that lead before halftime. Extra point would make it a 2-possession game. Good stuff. Purdy on the sideline cheering on his team. The Superdome is a place I've always wanted to go to, man. I just like the overall look of it. I don't know. From the outside, the inside maybe doesn't look all that great, but the outside, I don't know. And to my belief, it's one of the first indoor stadiums, right? If I'm not mistaken, it's gotta be one of the first. Although all those stadiums in that era aren't here anymore, so that the Superdome has stood the test of time, unlike the majority of those first dome stadiums. All right, they were able to extend it after that extra point. It's one of the few games that isn't in halftime yet. I mean, they only have 7 seconds left, though. Pinheiro with the kickoff. I do see some red. I do see quite some red over there in New Orleans. There's not many teams that have the ability to take over stadiums consistently. Now, I only got like one view from it, so I don't know exactly what it looks like, but I do see some red. Niners are one of those teams and fan bases that continuously can do that. Steelers are as well. I'm trying to think of other teams. I guess the Cowboys can do that too. I think those really only three. I can't think of any other teams that could like continuously do that. I mean, I know obviously the Packers have one of the biggest fan bases in the country, but I don't know if they're taking over stadiums like that. Man, hey, the Chiefs have a pretty tough first 2 weeks. They had to play the Chargers. Now they have to play the Eagles. Eagles team that completely blew them out in the Super Bowl. Man, tensions are going to be high at that stadium, huh? It's probably going to have that playoff feel to it. I think everything else is either at halftime or yeah, I think everything else is at halftime. Let's see the Browns and Ravens. Got to be spot on this game. Up commercial break, huh? Well, it was worth a shot. All right. Looks like second half is about to begin. In the bird. All right, can the Steelers break away a little bit? Let's see. I predict Aaron Rodgers gets another passing touchdown. All right, second half is starting, and it's going to be returned from inside the 5. He's trying to get to the outside, Calvin Austin or Johnson, and that is not that very good of a return. He's down inside the 20. So the Steelers are going to have a lot of yards to gain in order if they want to get into the end zone here. I think so. I'm calling it. You know what? I'm calling it. Aaron Rodgers gets that touchdown right here. More in the backfield. Handoff play. Warren able to break a tackle behind the line of scrimmage and get a decent gain. There actually wasn't that much running room, but he was still able to make something out of nothing. And yeah, 14 straight wins when leading at halftime. I didn't know that. That's pretty good. Second and 6. Warren in the backfield once again. Darnell. Oh, fakes the handoff. Fooled a lot of defenders. Throws it out complete. And he's bouncing off of tackles and looks to be just short. They gave it to Smith on that play. Yeah, he even faked me, man. I thought that was a run play. I thought he handed it off to Warren. Hey, man, he fooled me. That was a good fake by Rodgers, man. He switched hands too. Huh. All right, 3rd and 1. Trying to make him jump off sides. Play clock running down. Hayward in motion. Handoff play. Warren able to get to the first down. Damn, he took a hit though. He got about 3. As soon as he crossed that line again, he took a hit. And Rodgers has more incompletions than he does completions so far. He's 6 for 13. Gainwell right next to Rodgers. They give it to Gainwell, and he gets maybe 5. I believe that was his first rushing attempt in this whole game, which is weird after last week. They were really utilizing him a lot in the rushing attack against the Jets. Got Warren on the sideline. Freiermuth and Darnell Washington and Jonnu Smith. They got 3 tight ends on this play. That's going to be a passing play. Oh, no, they got Connor Hayward in there too, it looks like. 4 tight ends on them in one play. Screen pass to Jonnu Smith. Maybe about 2. Interesting screen pass. So they had the tight ends on one side, and they had the tight ends block. Except for Freiermuth. Freiermuth was on the other side. Damn, four tight ends on a singular play, huh? That's something. That was going to bring 3rd-and-2. Rodgers looks Smith's way, gets out of pressure, avoids the sack, pump fakes, throws it. Incomplete low for Calvin Austin, although there was a flag. Holding on offense, so that play, they're going to decline that penalty. That's going to bring 4th-and-2. Yeah, that was holding, man. That was holding. Well, I was wrong. I got a little too cocky there. This guy, I'm telling you, he's doing some good work punting the ball, but it rolled back into the end zone. Punter's got a leg, man. He's got a leg. All right, the Lions and the Bears is still not at halftime. There's still 2 seconds left. 28-14. Now, if there was any doubt for the Lions offense, maybe they shut that down this week. So everybody was saying, well, the Lions lost their OC. Maybe it was just the offensive coordinator that was doing, the heavy lifting for the offense for the Lions. They put up a 28-piece in a singular half. So maybe it is just that Packers defense is just that damn good. I don't know. With the way things are looking, I know it's very, very early in the season. Oh, man, I favor the Packers more than I favor the Eagles at this stage, at this point. That could be the NFC Championship game too. But, I expect the Lions to be in that mix too. It's unfortunate because I do believe both teams are going to be very good, and one team is going to have to be a wild card team. They're going to have to be a wild card team, and their record is probably going to be better than division winners. That's just how it works sometimes. I don't like it, but I don't know. It makes things more structured, I guess, for the playoffs. I don't know. Or what they can do is, if you win your division, you have a straight shot to the playoffs. But that shouldn't give you a home game for the playoffs. If your record isn't all that good, they should give you the road game instead. All right, Seattle starts their drive from the 20. Their own 20. Handoff play to Walker, able to get 9 yards. That was Wilson on the tackle. Straight rush ahead, man. That was a straight speed. I wouldn't hate if that's how they did the playoffs, though. If you win your division, no matter how bad your record is, you get in the playoffs, but that shouldn't guarantee you a home game. That wouldn't be too bad. Handoff play once again to Kenneth Walker, and he gets the first down, breaks tackles, breaks another tackle, and he's down at the 45. Good run by Kenneth Walker. Damn. Just straight lowering his shoulder, and boom. That was a straight power. Those two runs were straight power runs, man. Pitch play to Charbonnet, and there's nothing. Nothing at all. Who's down on the grub? Patrick Queen. Patrick Queen a little shaken up. Man, there was like 4 Steeler players just right there. I mean, you talk about nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Sheesh. He was a straight surround. He couldn't even run backwards if he wanted to. Darnold gets it, throws it. Complete middle of the field. Patrick Queen trying to knock it out of his hands when he was already on the ground. All right, third down. Let's go. 3rd and 4. At the 50, at the midway point. Darnold throws it middle of the field once again to Cooper Kupp, and that's complete. Juggling the ball, and he's still up. Ramsey was really trying to rip it out of Kupp's hands, but he was able to keep it. That's a good gain. Forget first down and some change. That's first down and a couple bucks, man. Hey, Ramsey really tried, man. He really tried. All right, they're now at the 33-yard line. Fakes the handoff, throws it. Cooper Kupp once again. That's another Seahawks first down, now in the red zone near the 15-yard line. And Cooper Kupp starting to catch his groove, and that's something that you don't want to see because when Cooper Kupp's on his A game, he's on his A game, man. And he's known for his route running. Seattle now in the red zone, first down. Handoff play, Kenneth Walker. That's another good game. Another quality game from Kenneth Walker. Nothing crazy, 5 yards, but a 5-yard gain on first down. Can't complain right there. All right, we're now past the midway point of this third quarter. Still 14-7. Nobody's scored yet. However, Seattle in the red zone, knocking on the door at the Steelers' 12-yard line on 2nd and 5. And off play Walker once again, and he gets another first down. I mean, that's just the story right now. 14-7. 14-7. Seattle looking like they're about to score, though. Defense has been holding their own, though. All right, last week that wasn't the case for the majority of the game. This time around, it's actually the offense that isn't looking all that great, and defense has been showing up. This drive, though, Sam Darnold, Kenneth Walker, they're looking really good. They're clicking. Darnold throws it complete. Touchdown. Touchdown, Seattle. Barner on the touchdown. Damn. Yeah, that was good timing from Sammy D. All right, extra point from Myers. He did miss a 38-yarder. This kick is up. All right, he gets this one down the middle. Tie game, 14-14. Damn, hey, they looked good that drive. Defensively, they couldn't make a tackle, man. Just couldn't make a tackle. Oh, this hasn't updated yet. Okay, there we go. Sometimes I have a problem with this scoreboard right here. I don't know why. All right, Niners still have 16-7. Looks like they're going to have to punt the ball away back to the Saints. But they did call a flag. Titans going head-to-head with the Rams. They have the lead against the Rams, actually. But they're looking like they're going to score. And see if they can take the lead or tie it. All right, I'm a little impressed with the Titans. Let's say this. Outside of the Houston Texans, that division's kind of up for grabs, man. I mean, the Texans are kind of up and down, too. Actually, the Colts look probably the best team in that division last week. I mean, anybody could win that division. Anybody. Which that's kind of been that division for a while. You know, the AFC South hasn't been good for a long time. Now that I think of it, I can't remember the last time the AFC South was even good. I don't know. Maybe when Andrew Luck and J.J. Watt were both in their primes. Maybe. That was the last time that division was probably like actually competitive. Oh, man. Yeah, I realized both. Okay, so the AFC South is probably the weakest division in the AFC. What's the weakest division in the NFC? Is it the NFC South too? I don't know. They're at the kickoff, and he kind of kicks it towards the right. Good catch on the return by Johnson. And he's able to get it back to the 30-yard line. Yeah, that was a straight line drive of a kick. Oh, damn. Sam Darnold, that was his 100th career touchdown pass, huh? How long has he been in the league, though? He's been in the league since, like, what, 2018, 2019? All right. So he's got it from the 30-yard line. Aaron Rodgers, 1st and 10. Has it, looks, scrambles out, throws it. Warren, 1st down, bounces off a defender, gets past the 50, still on his feet. Now Jukes him, man. He has an open field. Jukes once again goes to the outside. I'm sorry, inside, and he's down at the 5. Jalen Warren, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. He does have that speed and elusiveness to do that. For just some reason, it's not able to show in the rushing attack, but when you throw it to him, he's able to do it. I don't know what it is with the rushing attack. I don't know if it's the line or what, but he does have that playmaking ability or game-changing ability, I should say. Warren in the backfield, 1st-and-goal from the 5. That was the Steelers' biggest play of the game. Fakes the end around, then throws it to Austin, who, damn, Aaron Rodgers took a hit. That play was incomplete. Aaron Rodgers took one heck of a shot. Rodgers gave him a little pat on the back after that. I mean, I would have just said, just hand the ball off to Warren, the hot hand, right? In that situation. That's what I would have done. With that throw, Aaron Rodgers is finally able to break over 100 yards passing. He's 8 for 17. Austin in motion, handoff play to Gainwell. At not much going. That's going to lead to 3rd-and-goal. Drive was looking really good after that big play. Now it's kind of stopped a little bit. I will say I wasn't a big fan of trying to trick him on 1st-and-goal. I would have just gone a regular handoff play, especially from the 5. But all right, 3rd-and-goal from the 4. Rodgers has to roll out. Not much time. Throws it end zone. Intercepted. In and out of the hands of Calvin Austin. Wow. Wow. That's unfortunate. That was just unfortunate. Okay, so it looked like he was trying to get it to Freiermuth, and then Austin tried to reach out for it. I don't know if he didn't know that Freiermuth was behind him, but Austin tried to reach out for it, and that's what created that. Damn. All right, guys, I'll be back in a second, man. Yeah, man. That was a tough break though, that interception, I tell you. Um it's a very okay, so he tried to just get open. Austin was trying to get open. He already ran his route. Damn. Okay. All right, now Seattle has it at the 20. Handoff play to Charbonnet, who gets maybe a yard. Good tackle right there. All right. Steelers defense was not able to wrap up that much last drive. Good start to this one though. We have been hearing Patrick Queen's name this game. All right. I'll say that too. Steelers' highest paid defense ever. Second and 10 from the 20. Charbonnet in the backfield once again. Then he now motions out. Donald drops back. Throws a deep ball. Incomplete. He was looking for Horton challenging Darius Slay right there. That was the first deep ball that they've tried all game. Oh, wow. Joe Burrows just is out of the game, and it's Browning who's the quarterback. And they're going at it with Jacksonville. 17-17. All right, third and 10. While rushing, whistles blow. Timeout called by Seattle. And with how quick Watt is, it looks like when he rushes, it looks like he's close to being offsides with how quick he's able to get there. He doesn't do that all the time, but when he does it, it's like, damn, he's like so borderline offsides. Not to say that he is offsides, but it's really a close play. Like, you really have to watch out to know for sure whether or not he's offsides. All right, so Seattle done talking it over after the timeout. Donald all by himself. Have three receivers set at the top of the screen. Drops back, pressure comes. He's scrambling, stumbles a little bit, then tosses it out of bounds. Damn, he was able to keep his feeding, man. He didn't throw it out of bounds. He just had to flip it. Oh, Herbig and Wilson were pressuring him. They had him, man. They tripped over each other, and then it was almost like a domino effect. Herbig and Wilson tripped over each other. That caused Darnold to kind of trip a little bit, and then he just had to throw it away. Fair catch called for and secured by Calvin Austin. So he's going to get it at around the 39-yard line. Damn, that was like so much of a domino effect right there. Ah, dang it. Yeah, no, it was really smart. I'm surprised he was able to not get sacked, man. He was really able to keep his balance. I don't hate what I'm seeing from Darnold in this game. If I'm a Seahawks fan, I'm not hating what I'm seeing. He does have those 2 interceptions, but he has been making some smart moves here and there. Buffalo up 23-3. They have the ball. Damn, I mean, I was at least hoping the Jets could put on at least a little bit of a fight. I was hoping that it wouldn't be a complete blowout, which I guess they still have time. They still have time to make it a game. But not looking very good. Buffalo looking for the kill shot in this drive. If they get a touchdown, that's ball game for sure. See, they show run, handoff play to Cook. Couple yards on that play. All right. Steelers offense last drive actually looked really good up until that interception in the red zone. So that doesn't happen again. Maybe they could put some points on the board. I mean, I wouldn't say that they've had their way in this game. It's a pretty good defensive game. Pretty good defensive game. I wouldn't say that it's offenses that are just playing bad. I will give credit to both sides. All right, man, let's go. See what we got here. Got it from the 39. Not bad field position. Rodgers fakes the handoff. Pressure comes, and he just has to throw it to the ground. Just nothing. That's not the first time he's had to do that this game either. And the stat sheet just doesn't look good, man. When you have 8 completions on 19 attempts, it just doesn't look good. But it's not even necessarily his fault. A good portion of those plays have just been completely broken up. All right, 2nd and 10. Hands it off to Warren. He might have been able to fight back to the line of scrimmage. But just nothing, man. That's going to lead a 3rd down and 10. Under 3 minutes left in this 3rd quarter. And from the way this game's looking, man, next team to score a touchdown might win this game. I'm not saying field goal. I'm saying touchdown. Next team to score a touchdown might just come out with this game. 4 for 10 on 3rd down conversion so far in this game. Get it with 3 left on the play clock. He's able to get it. Check down pass to Smith, and he's going to be a yard short of the 1st down. Now you're near midfield. You're still on your side of the field. 4th and 1. Nah, they're not going to try it. I think it would have been worth the shot to at least make them jump off sides. And I'd even say if they don't jump, just let the play clock run down. Don't even take a timeout. But no, they're going to punt it here. I tell you, man, the Steelers punters had a really good game so far. Another pretty good punt, man. Pinned him inside the 10. Hey, man, we want to talk about MVPs in this game so far. Waitman has been making those plays. All right. I'm liking this battle with this Seattle offense versus Steelers defense. Donald drops back, throws it complete to Cooper Kupp. Couldn't get past the defender, but he's still able to get about 7 on the first play. It's really back and forth. Donald is over 200 yards passing, 18 for 26, 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. One of them was from Jalen Ramsey. The other was from Nick Herbig. Both coming in the first half. Steelers look like they're going to bring some pressure. They do. Handoff play. And he's able to get the first down. Wow, it looked like he was going to be short of the first, but he was able to make a couple moves and avoid a couple tackles. We're approaching the end of the third quarter. This might very well be the last play of the third. Score deadlocked at 14 to this point. Darnold fakes the handoff. Pressure comes. Pass is deflected. Incomplete. Steelers did recover the ball, but whistles were already blown. Yeah, he just should have straight up tumbled that one. Shoo. That was like a basketball block, man. Forget a tip, Joe. Straight. Boom. I got a receiver in motion. Donald fakes the handoff, throws a screen pass, has some space, and gets about 8, maybe 9 on the play. That was to Smith. That's going to create 3rd and short, and that's going to be the last play of the third quarter. All right, man. I honestly don't know how to feel about what's going on right now. How confident are you guys right now? I don't feel like I don't know how to feel, man. Because defense, they've made plays. Offense, they've shown sparks, but overall, I mean, you only have 14 points. And one of those, the one touchdown that you did score was off a short field. So I don't really know how to feel right now, man. I'm not 100% confident in this right now, in this situation. From the looks of it, defense might need to have to make another play, another turnover, maybe special teams, something weird like that. Damn, every single game is in commercial once again. Oh, you got the Rams and Titans 19-16. I believe the Rams just scored a touchdown or something. Oh, they have a play under review. Titans really hanging in there. It looks like a touchdown. He hit the pylon, which is all you need. So that might be one. All right, you know what? If it comes down to Boswell, I mean, who else would you want it to come down to, man? I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's got 2 made field goals today. All right, the Rams were able to extend their lead to a 4-point lead after the extra point, 20-16. What time do the Colts play? I'm kind of interested in the Colts right now, man, after last week. All right, 3rd and 1. I wonder if they played Renegade right now. Steelers could use this stop. Darnold looking, still looking through his progressions. Throws the middle of the field. Cooper Kupp complete. Down at the 40. Damn. Darnold was being patient, looking through his progressions, man, and he was able to get somebody open, or find somebody open, I should say. Found Kupp a couple of times. Seven catches for 89 yards. Darnold utilizing his weapons. 1st and 10 from the 40. Handoff play. Kenneth Walker has room, and he's able to get past the safety and gets a shoestring-ish tackle. Wow, that's a good gain. I think he got down a little around the 40. Oh, good blocks up front. That was some good blocking, man. Was that Ramsey with the tackle? Kind of like tripped him up. And I'll play once again. Kenneth Walker delayed. Now he's going to go to the outside, cut back into the inside, and maybe about 4 on the play. For the players that the Steelers are missing in this game, the defense is looking good. Okay. The backups for Deshaun Elliott, I mean, they've stepped up. If the Steelers lose this game, it's not on the defense. Unless they just give up like 20 points, 21 points in this 4th quarter. Pressure comes. What? Looks like a forward pass. Okay, they're going to call it incomplete. Sawyer recovered it, but whistles were already blown. Arm was going forward. There's multiple Steelers on the pressure. Watt was right there, man. Right in his face. Oh, it actually deflected off of Watt. He threw it like at his shoulder. All right. Now this is kind of a stop we need. If they could get a sack here, that'd be great. Seattle 4 for 10 in 3rd down conversions. Gets a snap off in time. Pressure comes, throws it incomplete. There was no Seahawk right there. There was only 2 Steelers right there. I don't know how I feel about that throw. Maybe he was just trying to get it off, but there was no teammate right there for Sam Darnold. He threw it in between 2 Steelers. Maybe it was that had to be miscommunication. All right, they're going to try for the long field goal. Myers missed from 36 is his first attempt. Now from 54. Heinz Field is a tough place to kick. Let's see if he can get it. Snap is good. Kick is... Looks like he got it. Yep, he got it from 54 yards. Seattle takes the 17-14 lead. Damn, okay, that was a good kick. That was a good kick. I was hoping it was going to move just a little bit more. Just needed to move a little bit more. Oh, yeah, Buffalo closed out the game over there in Jersey. 29-3. Extra point to go. That game's done. You got the Rams. They just got the ball back. I'm not sure if they forced a turnover or what. Then you got to play under review in New Orleans with the Saints and the 49ers. All right, let's check some other scores over here. So I was looking for the NFL app. It was right in front of me. All right, so Niners are up 19-14. Baltimore's up 20-10 over the Browns. Yeah, Jacksonville and Cincinnati tied at 24 in the third quarter. You have the Giants and the Cowboys 17-16. Dallas up by 1. Then you got 31-14 Detroit over Chicago so far. Then you have 23-20 New England over Miami. And I mean, Miami's just struggling. Oh man, it's just Miami's going through it. They lost that bad to Danny Dimes. You know what? It's cool that Daniel Jones is the quarterback, and it's for one reason. Daniel Jones has the nickname Indiana Jones. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool nickname to have as a quarterback. Hey, man, this Steelers offense is getting completely outplayed by Seattle's offense. I mean, it is it's actually kind of impressive that the Steelers are only down by 3. Oh, kick goes into the end zone, rolls into the end zone. What are we doing? That should be a live ball, isn't it? Touchdown Seattle because the Steelers didn't know the rules for the kickoff. Seattle just scored a touchdown because the Steelers didn't know the rules. I don't think that touched Caleb Johnson, but it still landed in the landing zone. Why are we? Come on, man. Okay, but see, this is the problem. This is the problem with trying to switch up the kicking rules so many times. It's a little confusing. But then again, you should know the rules. I'm saying that. But how the heck do you give up a touchdown when you're getting the ball? Unbelievable. Extra point by Myers is up and good. And just like that, 10 points within a snap of a finger for Seattle. I mean, they just gave them 7 points. Literally. Here you go, Seattle. We don't want the ball. Wow. Wow, man. Wow. Wow. I can't believe that. That is so impressively bad. Okay, let's see another kickoff. Let's see what we do here. Now we got the rules set. Now we got the rules set. All right, lands in the landing zone once again. They get the ball this time. Returned by Gainwell, getting out to the outside. Has some room, and he's down at around the 28, 29-yard line. I don't know. I don't know how that's not preached to you. I don't get it. You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of when the Niners didn't know the rules for the playoffs when you get to overtime. That is exactly what that reminds me of. It's like, come on, man, you gotta know. You gotta know. You gotta know. Even though they're changing it, you still gotta know. Rodgers looks, throws to Warren. He's able to fight for about 2 yards or so. Now the Steelers are in a tough situation, down 10, 12 and a half minutes left in this fourth quarter, off of a big mistake. They're still talking to him on the sideline. Looks like they're still explaining to him how things work. Best believe they're going to be preaching that to Johnson now. That's what it's looking like already. Rodgers drops back, throws it, complete to Gainwell, and there's no really yards after catch there. It's going to be third and short, 3rd and 2. Steelers going in no huddle. Now this offense has to pull off a comeback when they've been struggling the majority of the game. Rodgers drops back. Pressure comes, throws it to Freiermuth. Nice catch by Pat Freiermuth for the first down. Now in Seattle territory. Good grab, man. Good stuff. I just realized, man, the Steelers have had 2 short fields. They've had 2 short fields, and they only have 14 points on the board. I just barely realized that. Rodgers throws it. Quick pass to Metcalf, and he gets 9 on the play. Quick little slant route. Looks like they're going to continue to go in no huddle. Or are they huddling now? It looks like they're huddling now. Okay. Just 3 catches for 20 yards for DK Metcalf, although he does have that touchdown. Maybe they've been doubling up on him a lot. 2nd and 1. Rodgers. Backward pass to Warren, and he gets the first down. I didn't like that play call. It did work. I didn't like it, though. Oh, Metcalf just shoved a DB. I don't really know why. All right, we're moving, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Inside the 35. Rodgers throws it to Gainwell, in and out of his hands. Rodgers 15 for 25. 156 yards. Nothing really too eye-catching, although it does seem like the offense is catching somewhat of a groove here, even after that incomplete. Rodgers drops back, looks, there's progressions, throws it to Gainwell, and he tries to hurdle over somebody, but he's able to get past the 30. That's going to create about 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 6. Metcalf having a rough night, or having a rough day, man. He has that touchdown, but he's having a rough time. Looking frustrated out there. All right, they're at the 30. And in motion, Rodgers drops back. Pressure comes. He's scrambling. Still scrambling. Now he tries to make a move for it. And he gets stopped short of the first down. Williams helps Rodgers back up. It's going to be 4th and short. You know what, man? Just kick the field goal. Just so you can stay in the game. Your defense isn't the problem, so your defense isn't doing bad. Aaron Rodgers in his prime probably would have made that. Probably would have got that first down. All right, Boz. Well, we need you to keep us in the game here. 45-yarder kick is up. He got it. All right. All right. Still in it. Still in it. 24-17. That was a little bit of a frustrating end to the drive, but nonetheless, they get some points on the board. I'm going to take a quick little break. Oh, I think I muted myself. What are the odds of Seattle for getting the kickoff rolling? You know? Gosh, that was so bad. If the game comes down to that, that is, oh my goodness. That's going to be a tough loss, man. Because you would have quite literally handed Seattle the win. All right, now it looks like they played Renegade. Hey, look at that suit. The suit with the top hat? All right. Need another defensive stop. Let's go. Kickoff is away. They get it. Okay. Returnable. And he's down at around the 26, 27-yard line. A little bit of pushing and shoving going on, but nothing too much. Steelers defense is another stop. 7:44 left in this fourth quarter. So time isn't necessarily too much of a problem yet. But you still want to get a quick stop from your defense. Ideally, a 3 and out. Pittsburgh does still have all 3 timeouts, so that's also good as well. Seahawks with a heavy set. And they hand it off, and there's not real much room to run. All right, good start. Good start. They'll give them a yard on a play. Whistles are blowing. Oh, there's a Seahawk injured on the field. Hey, you guys hear the crowd, man? The crowd is in it. Oh, it was their center that got injured. Okay, so now their backup has to take some reps to make sure he's all right. I want to make my way to Pittsburgh at some point, man. I just don't really know when. I'm I'm down. I'm down. I'm down. Hey man, that the crowd is pretty hyped right now. I'm pretty impressed. All right, the most electric atmosphere I've been for a football game was the first time the Steelers played in SoCal for I don't know how many years when they played the Chargers some years ago. That was the best atmosphere, football atmosphere, I should say. Handoff play, stopped once again. All right, Sawyer on the play. He's pumped up. All right, I'm liking what I'm seeing right now. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. Crowds into it. Defense is showing some intensity. 3rd and 9 for Seattle. This is getting me pumped up. Let's go. Come on. Come on, defense. We need to stop. Their offense is looking confused. They're looking all over the place. They get the snap off in time. Steelers bring pressure. Darnold throws it. Complete to his side. First down. First down. Damn. The one guy that they didn't have, he was able to get it to. Hey, how did Queen just get into the backfield? I mean, there was like nobody blocking Queen at all. Seattle fakes the handoff. Darnold's going to throw deep ball, trying for the kill shot. Complete. Damn, man. Damn, they had that momentum, dude. Oh, that's all crushed. Now Seattle's going to have a 1st and goal. Not good. Damn, you had it. They seemed like they had it, man. Handoff play. Stumbles and he's down. Probably right at the line of scrimmage. I just read that he said road trip to Steelers home opener. Oh, I don't know, man. That's quite some traveling. Well, as far as time consuming, that is quite time consuming. From California to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, that's some time. Darnold pressured, gets sacked. Yep, Sawyer. All right. First sack of his career. Okay, the problem is they're in field goal range. I mean, that's the problem. They're still going to need something dramatic to happen here. Although, okay, one thing is the Steelers do still have all 3 timeouts. That is one thing that they have in their favor, even if Seattle gets a field goal here. But it's still a very long shot with the amount of time that you have. Handoff play to Walker, and they can't get a stop. It's a touchdown. I mean, come on, defense. Kenneth Walker with a really nice game. Again, another game where the Steelers' rush defense struggles. Ah, come on, guys. You got to get a tackle right there, man. You can't let that happen. I mean, were you really playing for a passing play? They're not going to try to score they weren't going to try to throw the ball. Extra point by Myers is up and good. They were in a state where all they needed to do was try to run as much clock as they possibly can to make it a two-possession game. They are not going to try to throw the ball. So I don't know why you're expecting throw right there. It makes no sense. So just a terrible type of formation to have on that play. I understand the situation. It's third and goal, and it's a pretty long third and goal. But in the situation, you can't expect them to throw that ball. They already have it right where they want it. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Home opener wasn't my idea. Maybe, maybe, maybe the second game. Maybe their second game at home. Okay, okay. On the bright side, if the Steelers could score a very quick touchdown, they'll still be in the game. I'm trying to be positive. They have all three timeouts. 2-minute warning still. If they could score a quick strike touchdown, they have a very slim chance. But we're talking straight perfection here. And you cannot waste time by doing some short dunks. Rodgers has time, pump fakes, and he gets sacked. Oh my goodness. This offense in this game is just not good. I mean, just not good. Uh, Seahawks screen pressure again. I mean, just a short pass to Pat Fryermuth for at like 2-3 yards. I mean, that does nothing. It's still you're still negative on the drive. 3rd and 15. I don't even see that much hustle in this offense right now. Not sure why they're taking time. You're kind of in a desperate situation. 3rd and 15. Rodgers, 4-man pressure flag comes out. Pump fakes it, throws it downfield, complete to Metcalf. That's still going to be short of the first down, though. There was a flag before the throw got off. Looks like it's going to be holding or something on the offense. Legal motion. Wow. Yeah, it ain't going to happen. This comeback ain't going to happen. I'm watching this game. If I'm the Steelers GM, I'm thinking, let's try to get Tyreek Hill. I just they need somebody else on this receiving core. It is just, man, gets out of Roman Wilson, who gets absolutely tagged. That's going to bring up 4th down and forever, regardless of that completion. I mean, this game, Rodgers hasn't had that much time to throw the ball. Receivers just cannot get open. Here's the game right here. Rodgers drops back. Gonna throw it. Zip it downfield. Pass is caught by Calvin Austin for the first down. That's gonna bring us to a 2-minute warning. Rodgers kind of holding his wrist. I don't know if anybody caught that. Rodgers was holding his wrist after that throw. All right, technically, it's not over. Okay, I'm not being delusional. I'm going off what I see. Okay, I don't have high hopes for this right now. Okay, not looking very good. Not looking very good. What? Taco Bell going back has their old logo back, huh? Taco Bell. All right. Mm. Just a bad offensive performance. And then you add on the special teams miscue, which on this channel, we're usually very high on the Steelers special teams and the coordinator, Danny Smith. You hand them a touchdown off of a kickoff. Just a bad, just not a good performance. A defense did enough to win the game. I'm not saying that they were like lights out or anything. I mean, clearly the rush defense is very much struggling. But I believe they did enough to win this game. My good offensively, just wow. Bad on so many levels in this game. Their lone touchdown was off of a drive where they got it from the 21-yard line of Seattle. Seattle's 21-yard line. That is their lone touchdown of this game. Incredible, man. 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw one for Metcalf. It's incomplete. 1 minute, 50 seconds left in this fourth quarter. 31-17. Not looking good. Man, they've really been promoting this Eagles and Chiefs game like a lot. I don't know why they didn't save that for later on in the season, at least middle of the season, right? I don't know why they didn't save that. Rodgers gets a snap. Has to scramble. Pump fakes it. Is that a fumble? Ball came out. I don't think Seattle recovered it in time if that was a fumble. What was the concern? Oh, no, he flipped it out. That wasn't a fumble. He flipped it out. I don't even know if the Steelers score a touchdown on this drive. I don't. Man, is there any way where you know what? Maybe the Steelers should have had their home opener in Ireland. Maybe they would have had better luck. I don't know what it is. They just don't have that good luck with home openers. I don't know what the heck it is. I mean, I know they're not winless in home openers, but still. The crowd is out of it, man. It took them that long to realize that it was an incomplete pass. Huh. Hey, man, there's a chance that I might have gotten the pick wrong with the Cowboys and the Giants. The Giants are in it. I said that game was going to be 3 possessions. I just really didn't like what I saw from the Giants in week 1. Maybe the Jets defense is just bad. Maybe the Jets defense is just bad. I don't know. Today in this game, this offense doesn't look much different from the offense of last year. Oh, now they called intentional grounding, so it's gonna be a loss of a down, lead to 3rd down. Did it really need to take that long to figure all that out? He's outside the pocket. I'm questioning that call. The heck? Okay. So now 3rd and 21. Rodgers gonna throw it complete in the middle of the field to Jonnu Smith, I believe. It's gonna be 4th and 10. So it's going no huddle. Preserving their timeouts. Game right here. Rodgers going to throw downfield. Intercepted by Seattle. That's the ball game. And he's still returning it. He just needs to go down. He finally goes down near midfield. And wow, man, what a terrible offensive performance. Just a bad offensive performance. And he throws the ball into the stands. I feel like a coach when the game's over and just take off the headset because it's done. You got 3 timeouts, but at minute and 6 left. I mean, you're gonna take them just to say that you tried. Wilson with a nice stop there. Steelers take their first time out of the half. Damn, man. This is one of the games I thought they could win. All right, there's some Seahawks fans there, man. Give Seattle some credit. There's some Seahawks fans there. Another run play. Wilson with another tackle. kind of to pad the stats. Another timeout used for Pittsburgh. Second of their three. 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. That stadium is empty, man. This is exactly why I wasn't optimistic. I wasn't gonna get too excited over a one win. Another handoff play. They able to break free a little bit, but short gain. Little scuffling going on over there with Herbick and Seattle receiver. Steelers use their final timeout. 53 seconds left. Down 14. Now Seattle fans are actually sounding pretty loud. Pittsburgh will play New England next week in Foxborough. The Steelers haven't beaten the Patriots the Patriots in Foxborough since 2008. Last time the Steelers beat the Patriots in general was in 2018. Punt is off and it's going to bounce inside the 10. 46 seconds left. Tomlin even threw out his headset. They throw Mason Rudolph in the game. The heck? I get the game's over, but it's a weird thing to do. Okay. I mean, clearly this doesn't mean anything. This doesn't mean that Rudolph is a star, but interesting move. They're just going to run out the clock. Gainwell actually with a pretty good run. They completely threw in the white towel on this game. Rudolph gets the snap, throws it complete to Connor Hayward. Is he able to get out of bounds before his knee touched the ground? They say he did. 21 seconds left. Second down. Mason Rudolph with his first completion of the season. Aaron Rodgers was one touchdown. I'm sorry. Yeah, he was one touchdown away from tying. Was it Brett Favre's record for passing touchdowns going into the game? He was able to get one, but that's all he was able to get today. And that was the lone touchdown the Steelers had, along with 2 field goals. Rudolph drops back, throws it, check down past the Gainwell, who's trying to get up the field, able to break a tackle, spin move, gets the first down. That's probably going to ring it down to the end of the game. And it looks like that's going to do it. Wow. Just a bad loss. That's really all I got to say. Yeah, just not a good win. Or I'm sorry, not a good loss. Not a good game. At the very least, I could say the defense looked better than they did last week. That is the very least. But if the offense is going to be like that for the whole season, defense has to play better, clearly. That's as simple as that. Special teams mistake, that's really about it. Giants leading the Cowboys. 4th and 4. Prescott gets a snap. Throws it. Okay, catches made. There's a flag, though. That's actually interesting. Yeah, I'll give a breakdown on the game. I'll probably make the video today and drop it tomorrow. And, yeah, tough loss. I mean, you can't win them all, but to me, this is one of their winnable games. Okay, they just couldn't get it going on the offensive side of the ball. But, Yeah, man, I appreciate you guys for watching, man, and 1-1. That could be worse. Could be 0-2, I guess, right? Still very much early in the season, so we'll see. There's still a lot of time to fix things up. Hopefully, they could try to get another receiver because, I mean, from the looks of it, they could really use one after today's performance. But yeah, man, I'll catch you guys later in the week, man. And win or loss, go Steelers.